I'm sure you know that it's a good idea to change your cover image from time to time, keep it fresh and interesting, especially if it's for business purposes. You might want to be changing it with different products or to reflect your current offer. If you click your cover image, you find that there's a description box that sits behind it. And we'll cover this in more detail in the Facebook business page module, but you can put in some text there, and you can also put in a link. So not many people are aware of that, and you'll find that even a lot of businesses don't do that on their business page. So you can use it as a conversion tool if you want to, and to make that more effective, because most people won't just randomly click your cover image, you would put a button on there, a find out more button or explore or whatever. We've got a whole section on buttons, what kind of buttons to use in what places, and the kinds of words on buttons that tend to cause people to want to click. So using your personal page as a business tool, you can use it to drive traffic to your business page, drive traffic to your website, to promote an offer, as long as you don't breach the Facebook rules, which I don't need to mention again. And we cover the whole use of the cover image in more detail in a later module. So I'm sure you're familiar with the profile image. So the profile image is a square. There's a minimum size, so we provide a cheat sheet for that, but Facebook will tell you if it's too big or too small. If it's too big, it will take ages to load anyway, depending on how fast your internet is, of course. So that profile image appears in quite a few different places, so it's good to have an appropriate one. And I suggest that you use the same image across all of your social media channels. So all of your personal Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and so on, you might want to have the same image, and for your business profiles you want to have the same image across those channels as well. At the time of making this recording, most of my profile images are a cartoon kind of image avatar I created on an app associated with Snapchat, and I'm shortly going to have some professional photos taken, and I'm planning on using those instead of the cartoon, or at least on some of them. Maybe on Snapchat I'll leave it the cartoon because it's kind of appropriate, but for the other ones, which I use for any kind of business contact at all, I'll probably use the professional image on that. If you are planning on using or are using your personal Facebook account to promote your business, then you want to have the right kind of cover image. So you would probably want to have some text on there to convey an offer or your product, and you obviously want to have images that attract the eye. The text needs to sit in the middle because the right hand margins typically don't appear on a phone, and our cheat sheet will give you that information that you'll see later on. And you may want to have something that's associated with your business or your brand. And also, if you're going to have the text behind it, make sure that you've got a button on there that encourages people to click. The focal point for your cover image for your personal page and your business page, for that matter, needs to be the middle, to draw the eye into the middle, and make sure that the text is clearly visible on a desktop and also on a phone. And you can see an example here where either side of that image is not visible on a phone. So we've positioned the text right in the middle where it's going to be visible on any device. So we've seen that the profile image, the little square image, it's good to have that consistent across social media platforms, the look of that, so people can recognize it. So you may have one version for yourself and another one for your business brand if they're separate. And also we've seen that the cover image is very valuable real estate, and you really want to make the most of it. Next up, we're going to be looking at the kinds of details that you need on your personal profile page. And there are quite a few fields, I'm sure you've seen them already. And the key point here really is, if people are going to be seeing your profile, people that you are doing business with and friends of theirs, if they're going to be seeing your personal profile, even if you're not using it to promote your business, you need to decide on what kind of persona you want to portray. And it's kind of the moment where you think about the spectrum between a personal profile that's really personal and a LinkedIn profile which is quite professional. So where on that spectrum do you want your personal profile to sit.